guys, welcome back to this channel. I know you guys must be shocked. Yes, Ron is doing another video. Of course, every year I've decided I've wanted to do a video, but time, life have always come in the way, and I think maybe if my focus was a little different and more lifestyleish, that I would be more prone to do videos. So if you want to join this new journey with me where I'm sharing with you what's happening with me, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comments below on things that you may want to see. Stuff that I think I might be doing would be like vlogs, some recipes of my whole new lifestyle in terms of what I'm eating, because a lot has happened with me over the years, and little new hobbies and stuff that I'm into, that I am doing, and ventures that I've undertaken. So if you're interested in that, let me know and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. So let me give you a brief, you know, Ron is not brief, but I'll try to be brief with what's happening with me lately. So this didn't start lately, but a year and a half ago, I got really sick. It actually was September of 2020 when COVID hit. Things got kind of crazy at home here for us, and I was of course paranoid with everything COVID. My anxiety was at its max throughout the summer, and coming in the end of August, I started getting pain in my back really bad, and I really don't know what to do. And eventually I was rushed to the ER because the pain was really overwhelming, and it was a lot on my sides. Now, why am I telling you guys this, and however months later, is that I had actually a very hard time coming to terms with what has happened to me and how I am treating myself and healing in the process. And now I feel like I'm in such a better place, and there are people who may be going through what I went through and struggled with coming to terms, because the world out there has such a big impact on us. And I just had such a struggle with dealing with it, changing so much things in my lifestyle. And so I got really sick, and when I was rushed to the hospital, I was told I had colitis, which is like inflammation in your gut, in your intestines. And I was given antibiotics, heavy pain meds, and something for nausea. When I took those medications, it made me even worse, and I felt horrible. So my PCP told me, go back to the emergency room, or she'll also recommend me to go to see a gastritis doctor. So got sick again, went to the emergency room. They said nothing of the sort. They referred back to my scans that I did, because I had to do a CT scan. And they said it's best I actually go see my gastritis doctor, which I did have an appointment, but of course you have to wait. And all of this is during COVID. Met with the gastritis doctor through tele visit, and he scheduled for me to do an endoscopy and colonoscopy. Yes, at the age of 40, I am doing those. The results for that came where I found out I had gastritis, and I had a hiatal hernia. In addition, I had a couple polyps in my intestines, and I can't remember all the details of it, because honestly, that whole part with me was a fog. What I was able to pull from everything was that I had to change my diet. And I'm a foodie. I love food. I love tomatoes. I plant tomatoes. Like, that's the most, like in my garden, the most things that I've planted pretty much is tomatoes and peppers. But I can't eat too spicy. But I love tomatoes, all color, all shapes, all size. And I could not use those things. Now, the doctor technically told me, go ahead and use it, but take your PPI. And I was put on pantoprazole, and I think it was 40 milligrams. And usually over the counter, when you purchase it, it's like 20 milligrams. So I was taking a PPI. And I changed my diet, even though he said I could eat certain things. When I went online, they pretty much said you shouldn't, or you should avoid certain things. I had two very close older women. One is like a grandma to me, one is my friend's mom. Both were nurses, and they both have this same thing that I have. And they've lived with it for a number of years. And I'm sure some of you are watching this and be like, hey, I had that, or I have it. And you're fine. Part of my problem was I can come to terms with what was happening to me, how I got sick, my diet changed, and was so low carb, so low protein. It was just bland food. Lots of times I just plain soups. I lost weight. How much weight did I lose? I lost 45 pounds in less than or around 2 months. It was ridiculous. I was frail. I was looking pretty horrible. Felt weak all the time. Couldn't do much. What bothered me the most was that I couldn't lift. I couldn't even lift Jordan up for the first month because of how much pain, how it was burning, how everything was inflamed. Something that was happening to me was that when I flare up or when I eat, I would get these burning sensations in my arm, and especially when I go to lie down at night. And into the new year of 2021, I realized that I was getting really bad pains here, and it really could not be acid reflux. And in chatting with one friend, an older lady again, she said, Rhonda, it sounds like you have issues with your gallbladder. I was like, what? Something else again? And she was like, chances are you had very little gastritis and it was your gallbladder all along. These are people who are not medical doctors, but older people who have experienced so much in life. Went, did a bunch of tests. They said I had issues with all kinds of parts of my body, or every time they did a test, something came back and they said, well, you could have this and you could have that. And eventually my PP, my primary care doctor, told me that I should go take out my gallbladder. Everybody does it. It's not a big deal. A couple of friends I spoke to told me it wasn't a big deal. Went to see the doctor, and I said, well, can you do a test to see where I'm at? And she was like, oh, no, do you get this? She's like, well, it sounds like you're 2, maybe 3 out of 10. So why are you still recommending to take out my gallbladder? Now, I will do a whole video if you guys are interested in like some of the stuff that I've learned with all of this, because I think there's so much misinformation, and for some people things are just different, and you need to know your body. And I made a decision to change my diet, not to do the gallbladder surgery, which I know some of you hearing this be like, why not take it out? I believe God made me with these organs for a particular purpose. We eat and do lots of things that go against all of that. And the stage I'm at, I think if I change my lifestyle and my diet, that a lot of that can change. And because of that, I cook differently, I eat differently, and honestly, I feel differently. Now, there are times that I get flare-ups, especially if I'm stressed. Any little stress flares it up. So I have been going through some stress lately and stuff, but I've had flare-ups. But how do I deal with it? I honestly, keep tabs on my diet, and now I'm trying to incorporate things. Which one being YouTube. So I'm trying to find everything that gave me life, gave me purpose, because purpose is good. Purpose is part of healing. So hence why I want to start this channel. And if you guys are interested in me talking about my journey, talking about my new lifestyle, and seeing even recipes and how I cook, sometimes the same food, but just that I cook it differently, taste is really good still. And I've had neighbors ask me to prepare food for them based on this kind of same thing. So please leave your comments below. I'll end here, but if you're interested and you stay all the way through to the end to hear all of this, if you're interested, if you've had experience with this, please share it down in the comment section below, and I will definitely read your comments and follow up. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so glad to be back, and I hope you guys will stay with me throughout this journey. Yes, there'll be makeup stuff, but a bunch of other things too. Until my next video, bye bye.